Hey everybody, so I got to go see Black Panther yesterday, which was an adventure in itself. I thought it'd be smart. Oh, it's Sunday. Who's going to go to the show this Sunday on a long weekend in Canada? Apparently everybody. I had to go to the 3:30 show, and I got there. It's like, nope, totally sold out. I said, okay, screw it. I'll go for a coffee, my favorite place. You know about that. It was a link here for Milestones. I went for my coffee and cake. So I had to reorganize myself and said, oh, there's a theater down the road. I can get there in 20 minutes. I will plan for the 6 o'clock show. Bought my ticket online with the app, which was smart because when I got there around 5:30 or something, everybody was already like, nope, the 6:15 show is now out of service. You know, I have to wait for the next one. It's like, holy crap. So everybody wants to go see this movie. If you're new here, don't forget, hit subscribe. Get notifications because I do post usually on a weekly basis. No more Star Trek right now, so I got to find other things. If you have any suggestions of other things you'd like to see me talk about or review, leave a comment down below. It's very helpful if you do. Also, I'll leave another link too. There's an app out there that Sean Chandler told me about, and I've been following. And I got an email the other day too. It's called Stardust, so you can do like 30-second reviews on your phone. I'll put the link down below, how to invite. But let's get into the movie, shall we? Black Panther's got Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, and a host of other Black American actors or African actors. I will not say the ladies' names other than Angela Bassett. That's the one I can say. Everybody else, I'll just leave the IMDb link. Also, Martin Freeman comes back as, I thought he was actually with S.H.I.E.L.D. Now he's CIA, so maybe after the Hydra thing he switched over. Who else we got back? Andy Serkis comes back as Claw. We saw in, I think, Avengers 2. I think he had a bit of a cameo on that one. Who else? Morgan Freeman. Not Morgan Freeman, sorry. Getting my guys mixed up here. Forrest Whitaker. Except not so crazy it was in Rogue One. He plays one of the priests. And a plethora of other actors. Actually, the acting was really good in this movie. The story basically takes place after Captain America Civil War. T'Challa lost his father in the bombing. He's got to go home and do his thing. He's actually going to become the new king. It's not just a simple process with that. He does get challenged. There are 5 tribes. You actually do get a bit of exposition at the beginning of the movie. It says how the vibranium hit this little part of Wakanda. It's been, there for centuries. They built their city on top of it. It's a secret cloaked city that no one knows about. They all just think Wakanda is just a small farming community. Boseman's got to go back home. He's got to take care of family business. He's now going to be in charge. The point I said about the backstory was there's 5 tribes in and around the area, and they're all working together. T'Challa, a.k.a. Black Panther, he just doesn't become king automatically. What happens is the tribes all get together. They say, okay, yay or nay, are we going to challenge the throne? No. So they go around, and the way it's standing right now is 4 of the tribes do hang in and around where the main city is, except for the one tribe. They hang up in the mountains, and they actually came down from the mountains and said, like, no, we challenged T'Challa. We don't think you should be. So that's their right. So what they have to do is for the challenge is he has to drink this magic potion that will take away his powers, and they have a hand-to-hand combat. Whoever wins the hand-to-hand combat wins. So obviously T'Challa wins through skill and brute strength, and doesn't have his Black Panther powers at that time. And that's how the story progresses. And most of the story is about life and times in and around Wakanda. It talks about, okay, how we got to where they were. Vibranium basically builds and makes it. I thought that was a little far-fetched, that vibranium, like some kind of space metal. They make clothes, they make vehicles. Basically, it's like the metal that was in Avatar. So it's this magical rock. It does absolutely everything. I can see them making the armor and other things like that. But most of the movie takes place of just day-to-day life and business. Some of them are operatives. They go out and they save African people who are being bullied or whatever else. So some cool scenes like that. And then eventually we get introduced to Michael Jordan. You think he's just a regular street thug who just steals stuff. So he hooks up with Andy Serkis. And, there's just a couple of regular bad guys. Through the course of the story, slight spoiler, you do find that Michael Jordan's character, Eric Killmonger, is actually related back to Wakanda. From back in the day. T'Challa's father had to come back to California. I think it was in the LA area. Oakland. Sorry, it was in Oakland. And they actually, this was interesting too, they got spies everywhere. One of the guys was screwing up. They were stealing vibranium. You're not supposed to distribute this stuff. And he got in trouble, and one of the guys got killed in the process. And that leads back to, okay, where does Michael Jordan's character tie into this? He was actually I think the son of one of the characters that was a spy. Again, later on, he shows up in Wakanda and said, "No, I'm claiming the throne." So when you think about it too, it's more focused on politics, more good guy, bad guy kind of story, not so much on superhero stuff, except for once in a while Black Panther does go out into the jungle, saves the day from some locals. As a Marvel movie, it's a standard Marvel movie. As Movie Bob said too, it's a Marvel movie. What do you expect? It didn't excite me as much as other Marvel movies did. I mean, it was like beautifully shot, like excellent cinematography, amazing costuming, very colorful in spots. There were some downsides, like when there was night shots, they were really dark, but the night shots were like you're literally sitting in the nighttime. It's hard to make out stuff, who's going where, who's doing what. There's a couple of scenes that are shot inside of, underground cave areas. Hard to see, and I guess they wanted to do those kind of shots to hide some of the CGI effects. There's quite a bit of CGI, just like any modern day movie. And sometimes they kind of lean on it a little bit later in the movie because there's some things you can't do. There's things like CGI rhinos that they use in battle. Overall, it's another, for me, not bad, not great. But I thought too, the way the movie was all hyped up and was ready to go. I mean, everybody went to go see it. You can see, like I said, in 3 days, everybody's jumping on it. Everybody's going to the movie. Like people, it's Marvel. People are going to go see it. More people, like if you're a super duper Marvel fan, you're going to love this movie just like any other Marvel movie. I think my problem is, and I was thinking about it later, I've seen way too many movies. I've been seeing movies since I was a kid. I've seen everything from Casablanca, Lawrence of Arabia, 60s war flicks, Guns of Navarone, and then Star Wars and Star Treks, and movies. I've never seen all the Oscar bait type movies, but I've seen enough movies. I know what makes a good movie. I know what I enjoy. Is when you see so many stories yourself, and you're going like, okay, that trope, especially Marvel movies. And somebody was one of the guys I follow too, Sean Chandler. I'll put his channel up. He just did a thing of the ranking 18 Marvel movies. So even if you just watched Marvel movies by themselves and then you went to go see this movie, yeah, you'd sort of go like, okay, yeah, the boring this part, the boring that part. They sprinkled a little bit of this in here. So excited about this one. In the trailers too, they did show Deadpool again. Which one else? Venom's that's gonna be the worst trailer ever, except for like 116. I think 8 or 9 Marvel movies coming out this year. So. But I can see why people want to go around and go see it. A certain community wants to go see it because it promotes, not to sound racist or stupid, but it promotes, black people. I still think it's sad that we have to sort of like, well, what about these people? In my eyes, and even my best friend is, I'll say, black. I've known him for like over 40 years. And I've mentioned this in other videos. I don't color correct. I don't really care. As long as you're not an ass or a dick, I don't care who a person is. If you're male, female, whatever. I'm like, let's just get along already. But I guess as humans, we've got a long way to go. This movie, though, did like reinforce that if we all work together, we all get along, maybe we're going to get somewhere someday. But I will quote a really good line from this movie. That's the only thing that really stuck in my head. And I don't know if it was from T'Challa or not, but wise men make bridges, fools build barriers. And I'm just like, Orange Monkey and his wall. The story's good, but a lot of it is, the hero takes a fall. Did we lose our hero? What happened to the hero? Nope, the hero comes back. So we got all the standard, story tropes. We've got good versus evil. You see most fights too. It's always like, somebody's getting the crap beat out of them. And at the last second, they rally, they come up, and they win the day. Huzzah, bank, bank, brunk. Wakanda Forever. It did feel more like a James Bond movie than it did a Marvel superhero movie. And yeah, definitely go see it if you're super... you're a lover of Stan Lee and all things Stan Lee. And actually, Stan Lee of course, had a cameo, but his cameo was a little... sometimes it sort of is purposeful or it's kind of funny. This one, he kind of walked in, said his lines, and then just sort of like, okay, that was kind of a lame Stan Lee cameo. I'd give it, if you're going to start numbering stuff, 7 to 8 out of 10. So, as always, what did you guys think? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Were you able to get in at all? I think it's already made over so far close to 200 million. And always, did you like my video? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Don't forget again, hit subscribe, hit notifications. I do post on a weekly basis, and also don't forget to try out the Stardust app. I will post the link down below for that. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.